Psalm 121, verse 1, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. Verse 2, my help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Verse 3, he will not suffer thy foot to be moved, he that keepeth thee will not slumber. Verse 4, behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Verse 5, the Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Verse 6, the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Verse 7, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. Verse 8, the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even for evermore. And now, Psalm 119, verse 1, blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Verse 2, blessed are they that keep his testimonies, and that seek him with the whole heart. Verse 3, they also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Verse 4, thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Verse 5, O that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Verse 6, then shall I not be ashamed, when I have respect unto all thy commandments. Verse 7, I will praise thee with uprightness of heart, when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. Verse 8, I will keep thy statutes, O forsake me not utterly. Verse 9, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. Verse 10, with my whole heart have I sought thee, O let me not wander from thy commandments. Verse 11, thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Verse 12, blessed art thou, O Lord, teach me thy statutes. Verse 13, with my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. Verse 14, I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. Verse 15, I will meditate in thy precepts, and have respect unto thy ways. Verse 16, I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Verse 17, deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Verse 18, open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. Verse 19, I am a stranger in the earth, hide not thy commandments from me. Verse 20, my soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgments at all times. Verse 21, thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Verse 22, remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. Verse 23, princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. Verse 24, thy testimonies also are my delight, and my counselors. Verse 25, my soul cleaveth unto the dust, quicken thou me according to thy word. Verse 26, I have declared my ways, and thou heardest me, teach me thy statutes. Verse 27, make me to understand the way of thy precepts, so shall I talk of thy wondrous works. Verse 28, my soul melteth for heaviness, strengthen thou me according unto thy word. Verse 29, remove from me the way of lying, and grant me thy law graciously. Verse 30, I have chosen the way of truth. Thy judgments have I laid before me. Verse 31, I have stuck unto thy testimonies, O Lord, put me not to shame. Verse 32, I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Verse 33, teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Verse 34, give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law, yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Verse 35, make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Verse 36, incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Verse 37, turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Verse 38, Establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. Verse 39. Turn away my reproach which I fear, for thy judgments are good. Verse 40. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. Verse 41. Let thy mercies come also unto me, O Lord, even thy salvation, according to thy word. Verse 42. So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. Verse 43. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. Verse 44. So shall I keep thy law continually, for ever and ever. Verse 45. And I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precepts. Verse 46. I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed. Verse 47. And I will delight myself in thy commandments which I have loved. Verse 48. My hands also will I lift up unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. Verse 49. Remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope. Verse 50. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. Verse 51. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. Verse 52. I remembered thy judgments of old, O Lord, and have comforted myself. Verse 53. Horror hath taken hold upon me because of the wicked that forsake thy law. Verse 54. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. Verse 55. I have remembered thy name, O Lord, in the night, and have kept thy law. Verse 56. This I had, because I kept thy precepts. Verse 57. Thou art my portion. O Lord, I have said that I would keep thy words. Verse 58. I entreated thy favor with my whole heart. Be merciful unto me according to thy word. Verse 59. I thought on my ways, and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. Verse 60. I made haste, and delayed not to keep thy commandments. Verse 61. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law. Verse 62. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee, because of thy righteous judgments. Verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts. Verse 64. The earth, O Lord, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes. Verse 65. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. Verse 66. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Verse 67. Before I was afflicted I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Verse 68. Thou art good, and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. Verse 69. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Verse 70. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. Verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. Verse 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Verse 73. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding, that I may learn thy commandments. Verse 74. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in thy word. Verse 75. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Verse 76. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Verse 77. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Verse 78. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me without a cause. But I will meditate in thy precepts. Verse 79. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Verse 80. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. Verse 81. My soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. Verse 82. Mine eyes fail for thy word, saying, when wilt thou comfort me? Verse 83. For I am become like a bottle in the smoke, yet do I not forget thy statutes. Verse 84. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? Verse 85. The proud have digged pits for me which are not after thy law. Verse 86. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. Verse 87. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. Verse 88. Quicken me after thy loving kindness, so shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth. Verse 89. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. Verse 90. Thy faithfulness is unto all generations. Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth. Verse 91. They continue this day according to thine ordinances, for all are thy servants. Verse 92. Unless thy law had been my delights, I should then have perished in mine affliction. Verse 93. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. Verse 94. I am thine, save me, for I have sought thy precepts. Verse 95. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. Verse 96. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandment is exceeding broad. Verse 97. Oh, how love I thy law! It is my meditation all the day. Verse 98. Thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. Verse 99. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. Verse 100. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. Verse 101. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. Verse 102. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. Verse 103. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Verse 106. I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. Verse 107. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. Verse 108. Accept, I beseech thee, the free will offerings of my mouth, O Lord, and teach me thy judgments. Verse 109. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law. Verse 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. Verse 111. Thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. Verse 112. I have inclined mine heart to perform thy statutes alway, even unto the end. Verse 113. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Verse 114. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Verse 115. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Verse 116. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Verse 117. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Verse 118. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Verse 119. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. Verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee. and I am afraid of thy judgments. Verse 121. I have done judgment and justice, leave me not to mine oppressors. Verse 122. Be surety for thy servant for good, let not the proud oppress me. Verse 123. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation, and for the word of thy righteousness. Verse 124. Deal with thy servant according to thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. Verse 125. I am thy servant, give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. Verse 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Verse 127. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Verse 128. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Verse 129. Thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. Verse 130. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. Verse 131. I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandments. Verse 132. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Verse 133. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Verse 134. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Verse 135. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Verse 136. Rivers of waters run down mine eyes, because they keep not thy law. Verse 137. Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. Verse 138. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. Verse 139. My zeal hath consumed me, because mine enemies have forgotten thy words. Verse 140. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. Verse 141. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. Verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. Verse 144. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Verse 145. I cried with my whole heart. Hear me, O Lord, I will keep thy statutes. Verse 146. I cried unto thee, save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. Verse 147. I prevented the dawning of the morning, and cried, I hoped in thy word. Verse 148. Mine eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. Verse 149. Hear my voice according unto thy loving kindness. O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgment. Verse 150. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. They are far from thy law. Verse 151. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Verse 152. Concerning thy testimonies, I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever. Verse 153. Consider mine affliction, and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law. Verse 154. Plead my cause, and deliver me, quicken me according to thy word. Verse 155. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. Verse 156. Great are thy tender mercies, O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgments. Verse 157. Many are my persecutors and mine enemies, yet do I not decline from thy testimonies. Verse 158. I beheld the transgressors, and was grieved, because they kept not thy word. Verse 159. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. Verse 160. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth for ever. Verse 161. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy word. Verse 162. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth great spoil. Verse 163. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. Verse 164. 7 times a day do I praise thee, because of thy righteous judgments. Verse 165. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Verse 166. Lord, I have hoped for thy salvation, and done thy commandments. Verse 167. My soul hath kept thy testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. Verse 168. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Verse 169. Let my cry come near before thee. O Lord, give me understanding according to thy word. Verse 170. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. Verse 171. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. Verse 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Verse 173. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. Verse 174. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord, and thy law is my delight. Verse 175. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. Verse 176. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. Let us continue quietly with Psalm 78, verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. Shh. Verse 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. Verse 3. Which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. Verse 4. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. Verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. Verse 6. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. Verse 7. That they might set their hope in God, and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments. Verse 8. And might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with God. Verse 9. The children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the day of battle. Verse 10. They kept not the covenant of God, and refused to walk in his law. Verse 11. And forget his works, and his wonders that he had showed them. Verse 12. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. Verse 13. He divided the sea, and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters to stand as an heap. Verse 14. In the daytime also he led them with a cloud, and all the night with a light of fire. Verse 15. He clave the rocks in the wilderness, and gave them drink as out of the great depths. Verse 16. He brought streams also out of the rock, and caused waters to run down like rivers. Verse 17. And they sinned yet more against him, by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. Verse 18. And they tempted God in their heart, by asking meat for their lust. Verse 19. Yea, they spake against God. They said, Can God furnish a table in the wilderness? Verse 20, Behold, he smote the rock, that the waters gushed out, and the streams overflowed. Can he give bread also? Can he provide flesh for his people? Verse 21, Therefore the Lord heard this, and was wroth. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel. Verse 22, Because they believed not in God, and trusted not in his salvation. Verse 23, Though he had commanded the clouds from above, and opened the doors of heaven. Verse 24, And had rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Verse 25, Man did eat angels' food, he sent them meat to the full. Verse 26, He caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. Verse 27, He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. Verse 28, And he let it fall in the midst of their camp, round about their habitations. Verse 29, So they did eat, and were well filled, for he gave them their own desire. Verse 30, They were not estranged from their lust, but while their meat was yet in their mouths. Verse 31, The wrath of God came upon them, and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. Verse 32, For all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous works. Verse 33, Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. Verse 34, When he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and inquired early after God. Verse 35, And they remembered that God was their rock, and the high God their Redeemer. Verse 36, Nevertheless they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues. Verse 37, For their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant. Verse 38, But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity, and destroyed them not. Yea, many a time turned he his anger away, and did not stir up all his wrath. Verse 39, For he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passeth away, and cometh not again. Verse 40, How oft did they provoke him in the wilderness, and grieve him in the desert. Verse 41, Yea, they turned back and tempted God, and limited the Holy One of Israel. Verse 42, They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. Verse 43, How he had wrought his signs in Egypt, and his wonders in the field of Zoan. Verse 44, And had turned their rivers into blood, and their floods, that they could not drink. Verse 45, He sent divers sorts of flies among them, which devoured them, and frogs, which destroyed them. Verse 46, He gave also their increase unto the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locust. Verse 47, He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. Verse 48, He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. Verse 49, He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. Verse 50, He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence. Verse 51, And smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength in the tabernacles of Ham. Verse 52, But made his own people to go forth like sheep, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock. Verse 53, And he led them on safely, so that they feared not, but the sea overwhelmed their enemies. Verse 54, And he brought them to the border of his sanctuary, even to this mountain which his right hand had purchased. Verse 55, He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them an inheritance by line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents. Verse 56, Yet they tempted and provoked the Most High God, and kept not his testimonies. Verse 57, But turned back, and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers. They were turned aside like a deceitful bow. Verse 58. For they provoked him to anger with their high places, and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. Verse 59. When God heard this, he was wroth, and greatly abhorred Israel. Verse 60. So that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent which he placed among men. Verse 61. And delivered his strength into captivity, and his glory into the enemy's hand. Verse 62. He gave his people over also unto the sword, and was wroth with his inheritance. Verse 63. The fire consumed their young men, and their maidens were not given to marriage. Verse 64. Their priests fell by the sword, and their widows made no lamentation. Verse 65. Then the Lord awaked as one out of sleep, and like a mighty man that shouteth by reason of wine. Verse 66. And he smote his enemies in the hinder parts, he put them to a perpetual reproach. Verse 67. Moreover he refused the tabernacle of Joseph, and chose not the tribe of Ephraim. Verse 68. But chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion which he loved. Verse 69. And he built his sanctuary like high palaces, like the earth which he hath established for ever. Verse 70. He chose David also his servant, and took him from the sheepfolds. Verse 71. From following the ewes great with young he brought him, to feed Jacob his people, and Israel his inheritance. Verse 72. So he fed them according to the integrity of his heart, and guided them by the skillfulness of his hands. And now, Psalm 89 verse 1, I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. With my mouth will I make known thy faithfulness to all generations. Verse 2, for I have said, mercy shall be built up forever. Thy faithfulness shalt thou establish in the very heavens. Verse 3, I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David my servant. Verse 4, thy seed will I establish forever, and build up thy throne to all generations. Verse 5, and the heavens shall praise thy wonders, O Lord, thy faithfulness also in the congregation of the saints. Verse 6, for who in the heaven can be compared unto the Lord? Who among the sons of the mighty can be likened unto the Lord? Verse 7, God is greatly to be feared in the assembly of the saints, and to be had in reverence of all them that are about him. Verse 8, O Lord God of hosts, who is a strong Lord like unto thee, or to thy faithfulness round about thee. Verse 9, thou rulest the raging of the sea. When the waves thereof arise, thou stillest them. Verse 10, thou hast broken Rahab in pieces, as one that is slain. Thou hast scattered thine enemies with thy strong arm. Verse 11, the heavens are thine, the earth also is thine. As for the world and the fullness thereof, thou hast founded them. Verse 12, the north and the south thou hast created them. Tabor and Hermon shall rejoice in thy name. Verse 13, thou hast a mighty arm, strong is thy hand, and high is thy right hand. Verse 14, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go before thy face. Verse 15, blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance. Verse 16, in thy name shall they rejoice all the day, and in thy righteousness shall they be exalted. Verse 17, for thou art the glory of their strength, and in thy favor our horn shall be exalted. Verse 18, for the Lord is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our King. Verse 19, then thou spakest in vision to thy Holy One, and saidst, I have laid help upon one that is mighty. I have exalted one chosen out of the people. Verse 20, I have found David my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him. Verse 21, with whom my hand shall be established, mine arm also shall strengthen him. Verse 22, the enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. Verse 23, and I will beat down his foes before his face, and plague them that hate him. Verse 24, But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and in my name shall his horn be exalted. Verse 25. I will set his hand also in the sea, and his right hand in the rivers. Verse 26. He shall cry unto me, Thou art my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Verse 27. Also I will make him my firstborn higher than the kings of the earth. Verse 28. My mercy will I keep for him for evermore, and my covenant shall stand fast with him. Verse 29. His seed also will I make to endure forever, and his throne as the days of heaven. Verse 30. If his children forsake my law, and walk not in my judgments. Verse 31. If they break my statutes, and keep not my commandments. Verse 32. Then will I visit their transgression with the rod, and their iniquity with stripes. Verse 33. Nevertheless, my loving kindness will I not utterly take from him, nor suffer my faithfulness to fail. Verse 34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. Verse 35. Once have I sworn by my holiness that I will not lie unto David. Verse 36. His seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. Verse 37. It shall be established forever as the moon, and as a faithful witness in heaven. Verse 38. But thou hast cast off and abhorred, thou hast been wroth with thine anointed. Verse 39. Thou hast made void the covenant of thy servant, thou hast profaned his crown by casting it to the ground. Verse 40. Thou hast broken down all his hedges, thou hast brought his strongholds to ruin. Verse 41. All that pass by the way spoil him, he is a reproach to his neighbors. Verse 42. Thou hast set up the right hand of his adversaries, thou hast made all his enemies to rejoice. Verse 43. Thou hast also turned the edge of his sword, and hast not made him to stand in the battle. Verse 44. Thou hast made his glory to cease, and cast his throne down to the ground. Verse 45. The days of his youth hast thou shortened, thou hast covered him with shame. Verse 46. How long, Lord, wilt thou hide thyself forever? Shall thy wrath burn like fire? Verse 47. Remember how short my time is. Wherefore hast thou made all men in vain? Verse 48. What man is he that liveth, and shall not see death? Shall he deliver his soul from the hand of the grave? Verse 49. Lord, where are thy former loving kindnesses, which thou swarest unto David in thy truth? Verse 50. Remember, Lord, the reproach of thy servants, how I do bear in my bosom the reproach of all the mighty people. Verse 51. Wherewith thine enemies have reproached, O Lord, wherewith they have reproached the footsteps of thine anointed. Verse 52. Blessed be the Lord for evermore. Amen and amen. Let us rest in another psalm. Psalm 107, verse 1. O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth for ever. Verse 2. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he hath redeemed from the hand of the enemy. Verse 3. And gathered them out of the lands, from the east, and from the west, from the north, and from the south. Verse 4. They wandered in the wilderness in a solitary way. They found no city to dwell in. Verse 5. Hungry and thirsty their soul fainted in them. Verse 6. Then they cried unto the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them out of their distresses. Verse 7. And he led them forth by the right way, that they might go to a city of habitation. Verse 8. Oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Verse 9. For he satisfieth the longing soul, and filleth the hungry soul with goodness. Verse 10. Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron. Verse 11. Because they rebelled against the words of God, and condemned the counsel of the Most High. Verse 12, therefore he brought down their heart with labor. They fell down, and there was none to help. Verse 13, then they cried unto the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them out of their distresses. Verse 14, he brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death, and brake their bands in sunder. Verse 15, oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Verse 16, for he hath broken the gates of brass, and cut the bars of iron in sunder. Verse 17, fools, because of their transgression, and because of their iniquities, are afflicted. Verse 18, their soul abhorreth all manner of meat, and they draw near unto the gates of death. Verse 19, then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and he saveth them out of their distresses. Verse 20, he sent his word, and healed them, and delivered them from their destructions. Verse 21, oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Verse 22, and let them sacrifice the sacrifices of thanksgiving, and declare his works with rejoicing. Verse 23, they that go down to the sea in ships, that do business in great waters. Verse 24, these see the works of the Lord, and his wonders in the deep. Verse 25, for he commandeth and raiseth the stormy wind, which lifteth up the waves thereof. Verse 26, they mount up to the heaven, they go down again to the depths, their soul is melted because of trouble. Verse 27, they reel to and fro, and stagger like a drunken man, and are at their wits' end. Verse 28, then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and he bringeth them out of their distresses. Verse 29, he maketh the storm a calm, so that the waves thereof are still. Verse 30, then are they glad because they be quiet, so he bringeth them unto their desired haven. Verse 31, oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Verse 32, let them exalt him also in the congregation of the people, and praise him in the assembly of the elders. Verse 33, he turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into dry ground. Verse 34, a fruitful land into barrenness, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. Verse 35, he turneth the wilderness into a standing water, and dry ground into water springs. Verse 36, and there he maketh the hungry to dwell, that they may prepare a city for habitation. Verse 37, and sow the fields, and plant vineyards, which may yield fruits of increase. Verse 38, he blesseth them also, so that they are multiplied greatly, and suffereth not their cattle to decrease. Verse 39, again, they are minished and brought low through oppression, affliction, and sorrow. Verse 40, he poureth contempt upon princes, and causeth them to wander in the wilderness, where there is no way. Verse 41, yet setteth he the poor on high from affliction, and maketh him families like a flock. Verse 42, the righteous shall see it, and rejoice, and all iniquity shall stop her mouth. Verse 43, whoso is wise, and will observe these things, even they shall understand the loving kindness of the Lord. And now Psalm 18, verse 1, I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. Verse 2, the Lord is my rock, and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. Verse 3, I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. Verse 4, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Verse 5, the sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. Verse 6, in my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Verse 7, then the earth shook and trembled, The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. Verse 8. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured, coals were kindled by it. Verse 9. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. Verse 10. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly, yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. Verse 11. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. Verse 12. At the brightness that was before him his thick clouds passed. Hailstones and coals of fire. Verse 13. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Verse 14. Yea, he sent out his arrows, and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings, and discomfited them. Verse 15. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Lord, of the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. Verse 16. He sent from above. He took me, he drew me out of many waters. Verse 17. He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. Verse 18. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. Verse 19. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me, because he delighted in me. Verse 20. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. Verse 21. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. Verse 22. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. Verse 23. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Verse 24. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. Verse 25. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful. With an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. Verse 26. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. Verse 27. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks. Verse 28. For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. Verse 29. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. Verse 30. As for God, his way is perfect, the word of the Lord is tried, he is a buckler to all those that trust in him. Verse 31. For who is God save the Lord? Or who is a rock save our God? Verse 32. It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. Verse 33. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. Verse 34. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Verse 35. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Verse 36. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. Verse 37. I have pursued mine enemies, and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. Verse 38. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. Verse 39. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Verse 40. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. Verse 41. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Verse 42. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Verse 43. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. Verse 44. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. Verse 45. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. Verse 46. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. Verse 47. It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. Verse 48. He delivereth me from mine enemies, yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Verse 49. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Verse 50. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed for evermore. Let us continue gently. Psalm 68, verse 1. Let God arise. Let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him. Verse 2. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away as wax melteth before the fire. So let the wicked perish at the presence of God. Verse 3. But let the righteous be glad. Let them rejoice before God. Yea, let them exceedingly rejoice. Verse 4. Sing unto God. Sing praises to his name. Extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name Jah, and rejoice before him. Verse 5. A father of the fatherless and a judge of the widows is God in his holy habitation. Verse 6. God setteth the solitary in families. He bringeth out those which are bound with chains, but the rebellious dwell in a dry land. Verse 7. O God, when thou wentest forth before thy people, when thou didst march through the wilderness. Verse 8. The earth shook, the heavens also dropped at the presence of God. Even Sinai itself was moved at the presence of God, the God of Israel. Verse 9. Thou, O God, didst send a plentiful rain, whereby thou didst confirm thine inheritance when it was weary. Verse 10. Thy congregation hath dwelt therein. Thou, O God, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor. Verse 11. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Verse 12. Kings of armies did flee apace, and she that tarried at home divided the spoil. Verse 13. Though ye have lien among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold. Verse 14. When the Almighty scattered kings in it, it was white as snow in salmon. Verse 15. The hill of God is as the hill of Bashan, and high hill as the hill of Bashan. Verse 16. Why leap ye, ye high hills? This is the hill which God desireth to dwell in. Yea, the Lord will dwell in it forever. Verse 17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Verse 18. Thou hast ascended on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord God might dwell among them. Verse 19. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. Verse 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God the Lord belong the issues from death. Verse 21. But God shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such an one as goeth on still in his trespasses. Verse 22. The Lord said, I will bring again from Bashan, I will bring my people again from the depths of the sea. Verse 23. That thy foot may be dipped in the blood of thine enemies, and the tongue of thy dogs in the same. Verse 24. They have seen thy goings, O God, even the goings of my God, my King, in the sanctuary. Verse 25. The singers went before, the players on instruments followed after. Among them were the damsels playing with timbrels. Verse 26. Bless ye God in the congregations, even the Lord from the fountain of Israel. Verse 27. There is little Benjamin with their ruler, the princes of Judah and their council, the princes of Zebulun, and the princes of Naphtali. Verse 28, Thy God hath commanded thy strength. Strengthen, O God, that which thou hast wrought for us. Verse 29, Because of thy temple at Jerusalem shall kings bring presents unto thee. Verse 30, Rebuke the company of spearmen, the multitude of the bulls, with the calves of the people, till every one submit himself with pieces of silver. Scatter thou the people that delight in war. Verse 31, Princes shall come out of Egypt, Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God. Verse 32, Sing unto God, ye kingdoms of the earth. O sing praises unto the Lord. Verse 33, To him that rideth upon the heavens of heavens, which were of old, lo, he doth send out his voice, and that a mighty voice. Verse 34, Ascribe ye strength unto God, his excellency is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. Verse 35, O God, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The God of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people. Blessed be God. And now, Psalm 37, verse 1, Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Verse 2, For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Verse 3, Trust in the Lord, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Verse 4, Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Verse 5, Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Verse 6, And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Verse 7, Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Verse 8, Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Verse 9, For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Verse 10, For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Verse 11, But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Verse 12, The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. Verse 13, The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Verse 14, The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Verse 15, Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Verse 16, A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Verse 17, For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. Verse 18, The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Verse 19, They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Verse 20, But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. Verse 21, The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. Verse 22, For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. Verse 23, The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Verse 24, Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Verse 25, I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Verse 26, He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Verse 27, Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell for evermore. Verse 28, For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved for ever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Verse 29. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. Verse 30. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Verse 31. The law of his God is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide. Verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. Verse 33. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Verse 34. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. Verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Verse 36. Yet he passed away, and, lo, he was not. I sought him, but he could not be found. Verse 37. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. Verse 38. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together, the end of the wicked shall be cut off. Verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord, he is their strength in the time of trouble. Verse 40. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. Let the reading grow quieter. Psalm 139, verse 1. O Lord, thou hast searched me, and known me. Verse 2. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Verse 3. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. Verse 4. For there is not a word in my tongue, but, lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Verse 5. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Verse 6. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, it is high, I cannot attain unto it. Verse 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? Verse 8. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. Verse 9. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea. Verse 10. Even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Verse 11. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Verse 12. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day, the darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Verse 13. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. Verse 14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Verse 15. My substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Verse 16. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect. And in thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. Verse 17. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! Verse 18. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked. O God, depart from me therefore, ye bloody men. Verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred, I count them mine enemies. Verse 23. Search me, O God, and know my heart, try me, and know my thoughts. Verse 24. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. And now, Psalm 103, verse 1, Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Verse 2, Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Verse 3, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. Verse 4, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. Verse 5, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Verse 6, the Lord executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. Verse 7, he made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. Verse 8, the Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. Verse 9, he will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. Verse 10, he hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. Verse 11, for as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. Verse 12, as far as the east is from the west, so far hath he removed our transgressions from us. Verse 13, like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. Verse 14, for he knoweth our frame, he remembereth that we are dust. Verse 15, as for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. Verse 16, for the wind passeth over it, and it is gone, and the place thereof shall know it no more. Verse 17, but the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children. Verse 18, to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. Verse 19, the Lord hath prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom ruleth over all. Verse 20, bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. Verse 21, bless ye the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his that do his pleasure. Verse 22, bless the Lord, all his works in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Let us rest beneath his protection. Psalm 91. Verse 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Verse 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Verse 9, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Verse 10, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Verse 12, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Verse 13, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Verse 14, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Verse 15, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. Verse 16, with long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. And now, Psalm 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Verse 2. When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Verse 3. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. Verse 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. Verse 5. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. Verse 6. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Verse 7. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice, have mercy also upon me, and answer me. Verse 8. When thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Verse 9. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger, thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. Verse 10. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path, because of mine enemies. Verse 12. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. Verse 13. I had fainted, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Verse 14. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Let us continue in peace. Psalm 34, verse 1. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Verse 2. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Verse 3. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Verse 4. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Verse 5. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. Verse 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. Verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Verse 8. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Verse 9. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. Verse 10. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Verse 11. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Verse 12. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Verse 13. Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Verse 14. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace, and pursue it. Verse 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Verse 16. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. Verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Verse 21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Verse 22. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. And now, Psalm 46, verse 1, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Verse 2, Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Verse 3, Though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Verse 4, there is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. Verse 5, God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. Verse 6, the heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. Verse 7, the Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Verse 8, come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he hath made in the earth. Verse 9, he maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow, and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Verse 10, be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Verse 11, the Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. One final quiet psalm, Psalm 23, verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Verse 2, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures, he leadeth me beside the still waters. Verse 3, he restoreth my soul, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Verse 4, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Verse 5, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Verse 6, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Let us remain quietly. Psalm 4, a psalm of David. Verse 1, hear me when I call. O God of my righteousness, thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me, and hear my prayer. Verse 2, O ye sons of men, how long will ye turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity, and seek after leasing? Verse 3, but know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Verse 4, stand in awe, and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Verse 5, offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. Verse 6, there be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Verse 7, thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. Verse 8, I will both lay me down in peace, and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. And now Psalm 3, a psalm of David, verse 1. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Verse 2, many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Verse 3, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. Verse 4, I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Verse 5, I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for the Lord sustained me. Verse 6, I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Verse 7, arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone, thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Verse 8, salvation belongeth unto the Lord, thy blessing is upon thy people. Let us rest in the psalm of sleep. Psalm 127, verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. Verse 2, it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so he giveth his beloved sleep. Verse 3, lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Verse 4, as arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Verse 5, happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. And now Psalm 63, a psalm of David, verse 1. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. Verse 2. To see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen thee in the sanctuary. Verse 3. Because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Verse 4. Thus will I bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name. Verse 5. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. Verse 6. When I remember thee upon my bed, and meditate on thee in the night watches. Verse 7. Because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. Verse 8. My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. Verse 9. But those that seek my soul, to destroy it, shall go into the lower parts of the earth. Verse 10. They shall fall by the sword, they shall be a portion for foxes. Verse 11. But the king shall rejoice in God, every one that sweareth by him shall glory, but the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. Let us continue softly. Psalm 16, a psalm of David, verse 1. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. Verse 2. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord. My goodness extendeth not to thee. Verse 3. But to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Verse 4. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. Verse 5. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. Verse 6. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. Verse 7. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. Verse 8. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Verse 9. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. Verse 10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Verse 11. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures for evermore. And now, Psalm 42, verse 1. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. Verse 2. My soul thirsteth for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? Verse 3. My tears have been my meat day and night, while they continually say unto me, Where is thy God? Verse 4. When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. For I had gone with the multitude, I went with them to the house of God, with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy day. Verse 5. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted in me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance. Verse 6. O my God, my soul is cast down within me. Therefore will I remember thee from the land of Jordan and of the Hermonites, from the hill Mizar. Verse 7. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy waterspouts. All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. Verse 8. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. Verse 9. I will say unto God my rock, Why hast thou forgotten me? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Verse 10. As with a sword in my bones, mine enemies reproach me, while they say daily unto me, Where is thy God? Verse 11. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance, and my God. Let the words grow gentle. Psalm 62, verse 1. Truly my soul waiteth upon God, from him cometh my salvation. Verse 2. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Verse 3. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. Verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Verse 5. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. Verse 6. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Verse 7. In God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in God. Verse 8. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Verse 9. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Verse 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Verse 11. God hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto God. Verse 12. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. And now, Psalm 61, verse 1. Hear my cry, O God, attend unto my prayer. Verse 2. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Verse 3. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. Verse 4. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Verse 5. For thou, O God, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. Verse 6. Thou wilt prolong the king's life, and his years as many generations. Verse 7. He shall abide before God forever. O prepare mercy and truth, which may preserve him. Verse 8. So will I sing praise unto thy name forever, that I may daily perform my vows. Let us rest in waiting. Psalm 130, verse 1. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Verse 2. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. Verse 3. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? Verse 4. But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. Verse 5. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. Verse 6. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Verse 7. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. Verse 8. And he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. And now Psalm 131, verse 1. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Verse 2. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself, as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Verse 3. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. Let us continue quietly. Psalm 116, verse 1. I love the Lord, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Verse 2. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. Verse 3. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the pains of hell gat hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Verse 4. Then called I upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Verse 5. Gracious is the Lord, and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. Verse 6. The Lord preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. Verse 7. return unto thy rest. O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. Verse 8. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. Verse 9. I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. Verse 10. I believed, therefore have I spoken, I was greatly afflicted. Verse 11. I said in my haste, all men are liars. Verse 12. What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits toward me? Verse 13. I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord. Verse 14. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Verse 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Verse 16. O Lord, truly I am thy servant, and the son of thine handmaid, thou hast loosed my bonds. Verse 17. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and will call upon the name of the Lord. Verse 18. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Verse 19. In the courts of the Lord's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem, praise ye the Lord. And now, Psalm 138, verse 1. I will praise thee with my whole heart, before the gods will I sing praise unto thee. Verse 2. I will worship toward thy holy temple, and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth, for thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. Verse 3. In the day when I cried, thou answerest me, and strengthenest me with strength in my soul. Verse 4. All the kings of the earth shall praise thee, O Lord, when they hear the words of thy mouth. Verse 5. Yea, they shall sing in the ways of the Lord, for great is the glory of the Lord. Verse 6. Though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly, but the proud he knoweth afar off. Verse 7. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. Verse 8. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. Let us rest beneath mercy. Psalm 142. Verse 1. I cried unto the Lord with my voice. With my voice unto the Lord did I make my supplication. Verse 2. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble. Verse 3. When my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then thou knewest my path. In the way wherein I walked have they privily laid a snare for me. Verse 4. I looked on my right hand, and beheld that there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. Verse 5. I cried unto thee. O Lord, I said, thou art my refuge and my portion in the land of the living. Verse 6. Attend unto my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. Verse 7. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me. And now, Psalm 143, verse 1. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my supplications. In thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness. Verse 2. And enter not into judgment with thy servant, for in thy sight shall no man living be justified. Verse 3. For the enemy hath persecuted my soul. He hath smitten my life down to the ground. He hath made me to dwell in darkness, as those that have been long dead. Verse 4. Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me, my heart within me is desolate. Verse 5. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the work of thy hands. Verse 6. I stretch forth my hands unto thee. My soul thirsteth after thee, as a thirsty land. Verse 7. Hear me speedily. O Lord, my spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Verse 8. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Verse 9. Deliver me, O Lord, from mine enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me. Verse 10. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God, thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Verse 11. Quicken me, O Lord, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake. Bring my soul out of trouble. Verse 12. And of thy mercy cut off mine enemies, and destroy all them that afflict my soul. For I am thy servant. Let us continue softly. Psalm 86, verse 1. Bow down thine ear, O Lord. Hear me, for I am poor and needy. Verse 2. Preserve my soul. For I am holy, O thou my God. Save thy servant that trusteth in thee. Verse 3. Be merciful unto me, O Lord, for I cry unto thee daily. Verse 4. Rejoice the soul of thy servant, for unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Verse 5. For thou, Lord, art good, and ready to forgive, and plenteous in mercy unto all them that call upon thee. Verse 6. Give ear, O Lord, unto my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications. Verse 7. In the day of my trouble I will call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. Verse 8. Among the gods there is none like unto thee, O Lord, neither are there any works like unto thy works. Verse 9. All nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Lord, and shall glorify thy name. Verse 10. For thou art great, and doest wondrous things. Thou art God alone. Verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord. I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name. Verse 12. I will praise thee, O Lord my God, with all my heart, and I will glorify thy name for evermore. Verse 13. For great is thy mercy toward me, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell. Verse 14. O God, the proud are risen against me, and the assemblies of violent men have sought after my soul, and have not set thee before them. Shah, verse 15. But thou, O Lord, art a God full of compassion, and gracious, long-suffering, and plenteous in mercy and truth. Verse 16. O turn unto me, and have mercy upon me. Give thy strength unto thy servant, and save the son of thine handmaid. Verse 17. Shew me a token for good, that they which hate me may see it, and be ashamed. Because thou, Lord, hast holpen me and comforted me. And now, Psalm 57, verse 1, Be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee, yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpast. Verse 2, I will cry unto God Most High, and to God that performeth all things for me. Verse 3, He shall send from heaven, and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. God shall send forth his mercy and his truth. My soul is among lions, and I lie even among them that are set on fire, even the sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Verse 5. Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens, let thy glory be above all the earth. Verse 6. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me, into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. Verse 7. My heart is fixed, O God. My heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise. Verse 8. Awake up, my glory. Awake, psaltery and harp. I myself will awake early. Verse 9. I will praise thee, O Lord, among the people. I will sing unto thee among the nations. Verse 10. For thy mercy is great unto the heavens, and thy truth unto the clouds. Verse 11. Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be above all the earth. Let the heart be still. Psalm 13, verse 1. How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord, forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? Verse 2. How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Verse 3. Consider and hear me, O Lord my God, lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Verse 4. Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. Verse 5. But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. Verse 6. I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. And now, Psalm 6, verse 1. O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. Verse 2. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. Verse 3. My soul is also sore vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? Verse 4. Return, O Lord, deliver my soul, O save me for thy mercy's sake. Verse 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee, in the grave who shall give thee thanks. Verse 6. I am weary with my groaning, all the night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. Verse 7. Mine eye is consumed because of grief, it waxeth old because of all mine enemies. Verse 8. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. Verse 9. The Lord hath heard my supplication, the Lord will receive my prayer. Verse 10. Let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed, let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Let us rest in the cry for help. Psalm 28, verse 1. Unto thee will I cry, O Lord my rock, be not silent to me. Lest, if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Verse 2. Hear the voice of my supplications, when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands toward thy holy oracle. Verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Verse 4. Give them according to their deeds, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors, give them after the work of their hands, render to them their desert. Verse 5. Because they regard not the works of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands, he shall destroy them, and not build them up. Verse 6. Blessed be the Lord, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. Verse 7. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. Verse 8. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Verse 9. Save thy people, and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up for ever. And now, Psalm 31, verse 1. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Verse 2. Bow down thine ear to me. Deliver me speedily, be thou my strong rock, for an house of defense to save me. Verse 3. For thou art my rock and my fortress, therefore for thy name's sake lead me, and guide me. Verse 4. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength. Verse 5. Into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord God of truth. Verse 6. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord. Verse 7. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities. Verse 8. And hast not shut me up into the hand of the enemy. Thou hast set my feet in a large room. Verse 9. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. Mine eye is consumed with grief, yea, my soul and my belly. Verse 10. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are consumed. Verse 11. I was a reproach among all mine enemies, but especially among my neighbors, and a fear to mine acquaintance. They that did see me without fled from me. Verse 12, I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel. Verse 13, for I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side, while they took counsel together against me. They devised to take away my life. Verse 14, but I trusted in thee, O Lord. I said, Thou art my God. Verse 15, my times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Verse 16, make thy face to shine upon thy servant. Save me for thy mercy's sake. Verse 17, let me not be ashamed. O Lord, for I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Verse 18, let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Verse 19, O how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Verse 20, thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Verse 21, blessed be the Lord, for he hath showed me his marvelous kindness in a strong city. Verse 22, for I said in my haste, I am cut off from before thine eyes. Nevertheless thou heardest the voice of my supplications when I cried unto thee. Verse 23, O love the Lord. All ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. Verse 24, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. And now, Psalm 32, a psalm of David. Verse 1, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Verse 2, blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. Verse 3, when I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. Verse 4, for day and night thy hand was heavy upon me, my moisture is turned into the drought of summer. Verse 5, I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Verse 6, for this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Verse 7, thou art my hiding place, thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Verse 8, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Verse 9, be ye not as the horse, or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Verse 10, many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. Verse 11, be glad in the Lord, and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart. Let us continue gently. Psalm 40, a psalm of David. Verse 1, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me, and heard my cry. Verse 2, he brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. Verse 3, and he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it, and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Verse 4, blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Verse 5, many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee, if I would declare and speak of them. They are more than can be numbered. Verse 6, sacrifice and offering thou didst not desire, mine ears hast thou opened. Burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. Verse 7, Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me. Verse 8, I delight to do thy will, O my God, yea, thy law is within my heart. Verse 9, I have preached righteousness in the great congregation, lo, I have not refrained my lips, O Lord, thou knowest. Verse 10, I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart, I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregation. Verse 11, withhold not thou thy tender mercies from me, O Lord. Let thy loving kindness and thy truth continually preserve me. Verse 12, for innumerable evils have compassed me about, mine iniquities have taken hold upon me, so that I am not able to look up. They are more than the hairs of mine head. Therefore my heart faileth me. Verse 13, be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me, O Lord. Make haste to help me. Verse 14, let them be ashamed and confounded together that seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backward and put to shame that wish me evil. Verse 15, let them be desolate for a reward of their shame that say unto me, Aha, aha. Verse 16, let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. Let such as love thy salvation say continually, the Lord be magnified. Verse 17, but I am poor and needy, yet the Lord thinketh upon me. Thou art my help and my deliverer. Make no tarrying, O my God. And now, Psalm 55, a psalm of David, verse 1. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Verse 2, attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint, and make a noise. Verse 3, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. Verse 4, my heart is sore pained within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Verse 5, fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. Verse 6, and I said, Oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. Verse 7, lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Verse 8, I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Verse 9, destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Verse 10, day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Shaddai verse 11. Wickedness is in the midst thereof, deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me, then I would have hid myself from him. Verse 13. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide and mine acquaintance. Verse 14, we took sweet counsel together, and walked unto the house of God in company. Verse 15, let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings, and among them. Verse 16, as for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Verse 17, evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. Verse 19, God shall hear, and afflict them even he that abideth of old, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. Verse 20, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, he hath broken his covenant. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Verse 22, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Verse 23, but thou, O God, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Let us rest in trust. Psalm 56. A Psalm of David. Verse 1. Be merciful unto me, O God, for man would swallow me up. He fighting daily oppresseth me. Verse 2. Mine enemies would daily swallow me up. For they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. Verse 3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Verse 4. In God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Verse 5. Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. Verse 6. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. Verse 7. Shall they escape by iniquity? In thine anger cast down the people, O God. Verse 8. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book? Verse 9. When I cry unto thee, then shall mine enemies turn back. This I know, for God is for me. Verse 10. In God will I praise his word. In the Lord will I praise his word. Verse 11. In God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Verse 12. Thy vows are upon me. O God, I will render praises unto thee. Verse 13. For thou hast delivered my soul from death. Wilt not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of the living? And now, Psalm 71. Verse 1. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Verse 2. Deliver me in thy righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me, and save me. Verse 3. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Verse 4. Deliver me, O my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. Verse 5. For thou art my hope, O Lord God, thou art my trust from my youth. Verse 6. By thee have I been holden up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. Verse 7. I am as a wonder unto many, but thou art my strong refuge. Verse 8. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise, and with thy honour all the day. Verse 9. Cast me not off in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength faileth. Verse 10. For mine enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. Verse 11. Saying, God hath forsaken him. Persecute and take him, for there is none to deliver him. Verse 12. O God, be not far from me, O my God. Make haste for my help. Verse 13. Let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonour that seek my hurt. Verse 14. But I will hope continually, and will yet praise thee more and more. Verse 15. My mouth shall show forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. Verse 16. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. Verse 17. O God, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared thy wondrous works. Verse 18. Now also when I am old and grey-headed, O God, forsake me not, until I have showed thy strength unto this generation, and thy power to every one that is to come. Verse 19. Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. Who has done great things, O God, who is like unto thee? Verse 20. Thou, which hast showed me great and sore troubles, shalt quicken me again, and shalt bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Verse 21. Thou shalt increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side. Verse 22. I will also praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth. O my God, unto thee will I sing with the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. Verse 23. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto thee, and my soul, which thou hast redeemed. Verse 24. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day long, for they are confounded, for they are brought unto shame, that seek my hurt. And now, Psalm 145, a psalm of David, verse 1. I will extol thee, my God, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever. Verse 2. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Verse 3. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. Verse 4. One generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts. Verse 5. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty, and of thy wondrous works. Verse 6. And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness. Verse 7. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. Verse 8. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Verse 9. The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works. Verse 10. All thy works shall praise thee, O Lord, and thy saints shall bless thee. Verse 11. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom, and talk of thy power. Verse 12. To make known to the sons of men his mighty acts, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Verse 13. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. Verse 14. The Lord upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. Verse 15. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Verse 16. Thou openest thine hand, and satisfiest the desire of every living thing. Verse 17. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. Verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. Verse 19. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry, and will save them. Verse 20. The Lord preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. Verse 21. My mouth shall speak the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name for ever and ever. Let us return softly. Psalm 121, verse 1. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. Verse 2. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Verse 3. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Verse 4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Verse 5. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Verse 6. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Verse 7. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. Verse 8. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even for evermore.